Corey Thompson here, Roughneck Real Estate. I got Spoonie in the house, Rob Trigg with Jet Lending, and Braxton Harrison. We're going to be talking about the power of using somebody else's money, namely Jet Lending's money, with Braxton here or Rob doing you a loan for millions of dollars so you can make trillions. That's what we believe in. How you doing, guys?
Turning millions into trillions.
It's not a bad game.
It's not a bad game.
That's Spoon's slogan.
Millions into trillions.
Millions into trillions.
So, Rob, how many loans you done this week?
This week I've got 5 closed so far.
What's the biggest one?
This month or that I've ever done?
This month.
Both.
I've got a $800,000 piece of property, ARV $800,000 that we've currently got. Our clients got under contract. This should be ordering an appraisal on probably today or tomorrow. Okay. So that's a pretty big one.
What kind of property is that?
It's a single family house, but it's in a very nice area of Houston. So it's gonna be a pretty dang good flip for them. They're getting it for like I think $250.
Damn.
Yeah, putting $200 into it.
Experienced guy?
Pretty experienced. Got about 5 deals under their belt. And they're just jumping into high end. Got good liquidity, good credit. And they're killing it. So
Spoon, how's your liquidity and credit?
Amazing.
Yeah. At the end of the day, if that's true, then he should be able to do what, 10 deals in the next 6 months.
I think he's got. What do you got? You got $1 million with Jet right now that I know of off the top of my head. So you got $1 million of Jet's money tied up right now. If we could,
I'm thankful for it every day.
Yeah. So we're doing a lot of deals.
Need you to give some of that money back so we can do
Well,
more
I
deals.
know you took $3,000 from me a couple of days ago.
No, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My auto draft hit
Rachel
too.
did.
Huh?
My auto draft hit too.
Like that auto draft hits every month.
Bang.
Bang.
I forgot Braxton did himself a little $300,000 loan on 12 units.
Yeah.
One more.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. So, anyways, Rob, biggest loan you've ever done?
Biggest loan I've ever done was a $3 million land deal.
$3 million
How
land
much
deal?
land?
I think it was 300 acres.
Really?
Yeah, they're breaking up into 10-acre plots. The loan's still active on Jet Lending's books. They're breaking it up into 10-acre plots. That way,
and selling it.
Yeah, selling them off.
So Jet's doing partial releases on that?
Sure is.
What an amazing ability to have. I'll bet other hard money lenders don't even know what that is.
They don't typically. You've got to have a niche for it, and we love that niche. We love to be able to help people, develop that land. We got some deals actually in Arkansas that we're looking at right now. We got one of our really good clients that he's doing some land development up there, which may be the first time that we actually do the verticals on it.
Really?
Yes. So we trust him. He's a very good client. Been with us for a very long time. Very good guy, and we're actually in the process of underwriting that to see what it's going to look like for him, and just doing releases so that he can get it finished.
Yeah.
And get it out.
What do the verticals mean?
What do verticals mean? Do you really not know?
No, I'm being serious.
Plumbing, electrical, all that stuff.
Okay. I've never heard it put like that.
Yeah. Building a house.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry, the horizontals.
Oh.
Horizontals. My bad.
So utilities.
Utilities. I'm sorry.
Okay.
My bad.
Streets, curbs.
Yes, streets, curbs.
That makes sense. I'd never heard the verticals. So
Yeah, verticals is going up.
Verticals being house.
Horizontal. I'm sorry, I mispronounced.
So what's going in that underwriting procedure right then?
So basically, what we're looking at is making sure that our collateral is sound and that it's going to be worth what he's saying it's going to be worth once he gets it to that level. Which all the numbers that we've looked at that he's brought in looks to be that he's he could make $4 or $5 million off of this.
Okay, so obviously he's got permitting done to some
yeah,
degree, engineering done.
Engineering permits.
So-
He's already in the phase of development. He's just run cash poor to where he needs us to step in and say, okay, let's recollateralize this land that we already did the loan on, and it should be at a higher value now
because it's got
some of the again
Utilities.
horizontals and utilities in. He just needs extra funding so that he can get it through the phases and then get it to where he's able to sell it off.
There you go, Spoon. Spoon's got to spend. What do you got to spend doing electric and water?
It's gonna be about 40 for the electric and
it's
30 to 90 for the water, depending on where we can hit at that.
What about roads?
No roads.
No roads.
You're not putting roads in?
No,
Don't
it's
have to.
it's 5 lots on the frontage on the road.
Now, at the end of the day, what type of electrical are you putting in? Underground or
Overhead.
poles?
Right down the road.
It's really a simple deal because it's 11-acre tracts.
Yeah.
It's only 5 of them. But Spoony was real concerned about once he spends, $100,000 to add value to the land, would he be able to, recapitalize himself? And with a lender like Jet, the answer is never no.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
Possibility. Everything's a possibility. If it makes sense, and it makes sense that there's value add there, and there's value, and it's a common sense deal that we'll take a look at it and we'll give you our thoughts. I mean, at the end of the day, I always tell everybody this: if you approach every situation or every investment opportunity with, "Oh, they're just going to say no," then you already got the no. Ask the ask. Say, hey, here's my opportunity. This is where I'm at. This is what I need. Do you think you can help me out? I mean, right now you're sitting at a no. Put it in front of Jet Lending. Let us take a look at it. Let us see if the collateral is there, if it's sound and it makes sense. Why not?
You come to your old boy Corey, get that private money. Get your poles up, get your well drilled, make sure it pumps water. Fill up your pond. Once the pond's full, completely full, then we go to Jet and we say, hey, look, we put in electric and we pumped a pond full of water. So now we got water and electric. And my buddy's charging me 18% interest, and it's really painful, and I'd like to get some of that back.
Yeah.
Because my buddy's gouging me on this loan, this private money. And then we'll look at it. Because, I mean, the appraisal on that was what?
680.
680.
And we loaned how much?
320?
320.
Okay, so that's half.
Yeah. But, I mean,
If you got it at a higher if you got it up to a higher value, and you've got some of the construction already done and it's working, and you've added value to it at that point in time, it's too easy to go in there and say, okay, hey, let's modify this note or do what we got to do to make it happen for you.
And here's another thing. Right now you're about to install what? 6 mobile homes? Jason Witherspoon's a licensed mobile home dealer. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
He's also a licensed septic installer.
And electrician.
I did not know that.
Master electrician.
Oh.
So, you got
You
one more
mostly
about to
do
be an
a
RMLO.
Yeah, it's going to take a little longer than I thought, but I will be an RMLO.
So
What do you need that for? I'm just curious.
Just to negotiate on the mobile homes. It's required by TDHCA.
Okay.
So owner finance.
I got you.
So what we're going to end up doing is proof of concept. We're going to do it with private capital and the mobile home lending that the manufacturer has. We're going to go install 6. Once we know how they're going to sell, which is really a deciding factor if they sell versus we know they're going to rent, but if they sell, do well selling. Would Jet Lending look at doing mobile home brand new installs on land?
Ooh, that's a tough one there. I don't know. That's a EG decision making right there. I can neither comment or say that we would. I know that I've asked before and he said no. That's a solid no on purchase of mobile homes.
Yeah.
And have them installed. But
keep your ear to the grindstone, Spoonie. Because if
My
you do
ear
good
or
on
my nose?
on your first 6, then you can do good on your next 400.
yeah.
That's my
It's a goal.
philosophy. So we have a neighborhood picked out, and we're going to fill it up with mobile homes because the land's just sitting there, the water's already there, and we'll be able to do the septics. And the land's dirt cheap.
21st Mortgage is the best people to reach out to for financing on mobile homes. I mean,
We got 'em. We got financing.
Okay, well,
We
I
got
mean,
the financing for the.
We're doing it with partnerships, private. But once you have a concept proved like that, it's kind of like building a house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the unknown for us is how is the market going to respond to that product?
Mobile homes?
Well,
How big are lots?
it's just 5,000 square foot lots. But the data's there. The data's there right now, but the market's shifting. But these mobile homes are
Nice.
extravagant. Like where other mobile homes are built to the cheapest standard possible.
These are upscale.
These are, I mean,
They're
So you're not putting
they're well insulated.
So
They
you're not
have-
going to put junk in there.
no.
No,
That's not a
these
bad
are-
idea.
These are the best mobile homes that we think we can get for the money. It's what I would live in. What I
Yeah.
put my mom like. It's a nice.
It's an insanely
manufactured home.
nice
Product.
Well, and it's got all the trending stuff. So it's got the barnwood, it's got the metal, it's got, I mean, it's just trendy. It's good. It's well insulated. It's energy efficient. Like if you're going to go to this home for Clayton and say, "Hey, I want to get this home," it's $120,000 home, just the home, to build it out. And we'll be listing ours turnkey, land, everything, 150.
Right.
So
So what do you think we'll be all in on it? 75.
no, because I don't know what the cost of the septic is, but if we have to pay for the septic to another septic installer, we'll be all in 90, 95.
That's not bad.
Selling them for 150, renting them for 1,500. So,
I'd keep them, rent them all out.
well,
As long
I'd
as the rent's coming in services the debt.
sell some, pay some off, just churn it.
Yeah.
Just that way, everything we're putting in, free and clear, carry no debt. Go leverage it later if we want to. So, got a plan. Braxton, what kind of loans you originating?
We got old Neemy's trying to run some more through.
That's good.
We got Gabe and his brothers are submitting one today.
Okay.
Austin's got a brand new one. Got a appraisal getting ordered on that one.
Good old Austin Ingram.
Yep,
Good guy.
he's come through for several.
Austin's.
We got to get him to the dinner.
Yes. Christmas. You're talking about the Christmas dinner,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Lubbock.
Spoon, you're coming to the dinner, right?
I just got to talk to my wife. I'm gonna do everything I can to get there.
forgot. Never mind.
Hey, you want me to text your wife for you?
No,
Hold on.
you need to stay
Whoa.
the fuck away from my wife.
Hold on.
We're off topic.
Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, you can look all you want. We got plenty of babies to prove they're there.
Well,
I was just wondering why you had to ask your wife to go to dinner, but it's okay.
Because it's in Houston, and we have to figure out what to do with the 14
We'll
acres.
figure that out.
here's what I got.
But
for
I
you.
want you there.
Okay,
Here's
I'll be
what I
there.
got for you, Spoon.
Yes, sir.
I'll watch the kids if you really want to go.
There's zero possibility my wife's gonna let that
Then
out.
you
All right,
show
we're getting
up
off
with all
topic. Off topic.
Anyways,
Off topic.
and then the one more for MCAP Investments.
What?
Me and my crew.
Oh, that's right. Mm-hmm. His dad.
Okay. Your
Is it-
dad's getting into this.
Yeah,
That's awesome. AMCAP.
MCAP. Yo.
MCAP. Okay.
Ain't
Yep.
that great though?
Yes.
I mean, now
Cherish. I'm going to tell you this right now. Cherish this time right now that you have this opportunity to do. Because if I could turn back the hands of time and keep my current job, Lord, I would go crazy in Mississippi with my dad. Like literally, we would burn through freaking properties in Mississippi because it's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy.
And so this is in Bryan, and that's where my dad grew up. Like he grew up, not far from this, so that's why he's excited about it.
Yeah.
I got my mom, my dad, my aunt, and
That's awesome.
they've been wanting to get involved, and so this was like, well, my mom and aunt, my dad's just kind of there,
no, well,
Nah, he's
no,
more than you
not-
think he is.
Well, and that's what makes me. His dad was a little bit on the fence about it when he got started in this, but now I think he really does want to do this for sure. Like I think he
That's
sees the
good.
value.
So it's kind of like I'm looking at it like, well, look, this gets them all involved. We're splitting up equity, but it's like in the short term, or the long term, it's like, well, now I've got 3 large W-2s, or I guess 2 large W-2s, 800 credit scores, and
yeah.
someone with amazing banking relationships. That, she introduced me to the one I've already done 2 refis with.
Yeah. So this is going to be a fun deal, and
Yeah.
and the best part about it is it's a really good property.
Awesome.
It's like 50 grand,
It needs some new plumbing, and that's about it to get it rented.
and we know we can get Furman to do plumbing on a weekend, or Brandon will go do it.
Yeah.
Anybody will go do that on that house.
That's awesome, man. Getting mom, dad, aunt, get those relationships solid, get them comfortable with the process, and I'm telling you, you'll start being able to churn them out like butter. Especially with your dad and his relationships with the banking. That's pivotal. I mean, most people don't realize that, experience and those relationships are probably the best thing you can get and the best asset you have to grow this even bigger than what you already have. 20 years old and got how many properties now?
34 doors.
34 doors. That's freaking awesome. Awesome. I wish I could go back and kick myself in the butt.
Rob, we got you one.
I know.
Are you excited about it?
I am. It's a little far away, but we'll talk about it.
I told him I'd get inside there, get some pictures, and get the warm and fuzzies. But all I know is I think this one, we got it for 50 or 60. What did I tell you?
65, I think.
Is what you could have it for?
No, 75. You said 75.
Or
I think
70,
it's
70.
a little lower. I think it's a little lower because all I know is there's a lot that was sold for like 50 right around the corner. I'm like,
Yeah, it's a
okay.
good area.
Okay.
We're buying this and that's selling for that.
And
Feel pretty good.
College town.
Okay.
Good area.
Right down the road from the university.
Okay.
You'll be pleased with it. Depending on what it looks like on the inside, but once we get inside, we'll know for sure.
Okay.
This won't be a sight unseen property.
Which we knew because it showed up on the tax roll. We just thought it was a double wide. We bought a Frankenstein single wide. It's a single wide, and then they added
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
onto the other side. But it's like a 70 single wide.
So it's a double wide, but it's a single wide.
Yeah, but it's got a metal roof. Looks like a house from the outside. And then you walk in and you're like, I'm in a 70 single wide right here, but I've got a whole nother part of this house over here that exists. So, anyways, you know what we do with that, Rob?
Buy it, put a renter in it.
We could do that. I mean, we really could do that. We have a bank up there that's really good that we could roll with. But that's owner finance gold. It's about 2,200 square foot of,
Owner financing is hot right now.
we could we bought it for 40. We clean it out. We could probably owner finance it for 110 and be very fair to somebody. They get in a couple acres of land and a house and then we get a lot of equity on our books. What you think about that, Spoonie?
Just happy to be here, Corey.
Spoon, what kind of deals you working on
Personally, in the company, what are we talking about?
in the company?
Trying to get this land moved right now.
You're
Got
current. You got it right now? You texting people?
Oh no, I was texting my wife about the 21st.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
See?
a good plan.
Knocking that out already. What
Yeah.
did she say?
She said we got to deliver that hog to the market on the 22nd, and the kids are out half a day on the 21st. So she's trying to figure that out now.
Okay.
Say, okay, great. The dinner's the 21st or the 21st, not the 22nd. And 2, Corey already offered to watch the kids.
Yeah.
Dad,
I
I'm
would
leaving
not
out.
lead with Corey's trying
Yeah,
to watch
Hold
the
on.
kids.
Real estate,
Cause-
guys. Real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah, real estate.
Hold on. All right. So, Spoonie,
Yeah.
I thought you had a lake house on Lake Granbury this whole time that you were trying to matriculate the ball down the field. What about the mother-in-law? Ain't she looking for a spot?
Yeah. I don't think that's. I could be a spot. I don't know. I didn't think about that,
Lake
but
Granbury
I don't
with
think
a
she wants to
sunroom?
live that far.
This one we just got.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not afraid to buy it. We can buy it. That's
Did you
not
go
an
and look
issue.
at it?
No,
It's not
he
that
couldn't meet
far.
me till tomorrow.
It's not that far. The more I look at that one with the way the lot's shaped and where it's located, I'm like, we just got to buy that.
That's
It's
some
got all
gold
the
right
it's
there.
got all the furniture. We just got to buy it and test that Airbnb market.
We still need a little Lake Granbury market research day.
Yeah. We're still supposed to go ride jet skis.
It's going to be 4 dudes in Speedos. Do you want to come?
Rob,
I'd be more than happy to come. I'm not wearing Speedo, but I'll be more than happy to come get on some jet skis.
okay, so we'll do the polar bear thing because it's wintertime now and we're not going to wait till summer. We've already got the jet skis rented.
Okay.
Next time you come up here to hang out, would you rather just go to the lake and do in the field motivational content?
And we will have someone with us. It's not like us with phones. It's like we bring a guy.
Yeah, this
Rob-
ain't like the videos he
What's the
shot behind
guy's name?
7-Eleven.
Max.
His name's Max.
Yeah.
We got a real guy.
Well, Max.
You'll be mic'd up.
Okay.
And,
He'll be
and,
following you.
and he'll have a drone and
It's you on a jet ski
in
talking
the
about
wintertime.
winning.
Tiger's blood, winning.
I love talking about winning.
So yeah, and Jason, save them bull testicles. We eat them raw that day
I love 'em.
before we get on the jet ski.
Friday, I'm putting them in a bag for
I am
you.
totally not going to eat bull testicles. That's just not going to happen. But what we can do is, I'd be game for it. Let's do it.
Market research for a jet loan on jet skis. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have to ride up.
I mean, that seems poetic.
Yeah.
It's almost inspirational.
Jet ski research for jet lending.
Think about it. You're on a jet ski, hair flowing.
Oh man,
I
just
don't
hair,
have-
lock.
hair in the wind.
I have no hair.
Hold on.
That's why I wear a hat.
Could be chest hair.
Titties out.
My chest hair just flows.
Hear me out. All right. You're cruising up to the property, and you're like, other money lenders are too big of a bitch to come out here in the cold, wet winter to look at your property, and you just beach that bitch at like 65, but
I
you
flip off of it, end up dead.
No. You do a thunder roll, but then you're like, Rob Trigg's on the scene though, looking to push this loan across the finish line in the worst lending environment known to man. I'm currently at a single wide in God knows where, about to do a loan right now in the freezing cold.
And then you make Spoonie sign a piece of paper or something. Closed.
Closed.
Says closed. Closed. Yes.
Let's do it.
Have you that? I think we can get some really good. We can call all of our competition a bitch because they won't get on a jet ski in 42-degree weather in the rain like we would.
I'd do that all day long.
Oh, yeah.
well,
Especially in a
Because
wetsuit.
we'll be in jet. Whoa.
What?
they can't see the titties in a wetsuit.
I'm not doing that. No titties out.
No matter the weather, you also got to remember we still get to ride jet skis. That's where it makes it all worth it.
Jet lending on jet skis. Mm-hmm. I
That's
like
right.
it.
We'll be out there.
Okay, let's do it.
I mean, then you
I'm
need
serious.
a jet boat, jet lending and jet boats.
I've already run this past my wife several hundred times about a boat, and that keeps getting vetoed right there at the doorstep. It doesn't even make it from, let's consider it. It's automatic no.
Have you thought about just buying it and then letting her know afterwards?
See, this is the thing about divorce. I don't want it, and I don't like it, and I love seeing my kids every night when I go home.
Oh.
So at the end of the day, I'm gonna go stick with the no until I get a
Okay,
yes. Because
fair enough.
I love my toys. You know, I love my
Yeah.
toys. I have plenty of toys.
Like Legos or?
No. I have expensive toys.
I can, but I can tell you 100% you can rent for as many times as you go out on a boat. You
Yes.
can rent the same experience.
Yes, and not have to worry about the maintenance at all.
Well, I mean, just the total cost of owning a boat.
Yes, it's out the yin yang expensive. It's not even
What's it cost to rent a jet boat?
a jet boat.
Yeah, it's the only way it
I
makes
don't know.
sense. It's got to be a jet boat, jet lending,
No.
boats and hose.
I like that. Clip that one.
Yeah,
2246. There it is. That one's in there.
boats and hose. Jet lending, jet boat, boats and hose.
Perfect.
I like it.
So, no, for real though.
Pretty sure that's not going to sell.
I don't know
but
that. I don't know
at
that
the-
Mr. Eddie
Neither
is
did
going to
the
be
boat and
okay with
Step Brothers, though.
I mean,
that was the whole premise.
no,
the boat
I mean,
crashed. It didn't sail.
It didn't sell. No, it didn't. It went straight into the harbor.
So it's fine.
So,
But lending environment, jet's still in there.
oh yes,
Not scared and running.
not scared and running. That's funny you say that because all these national guys are like, they're taking their kites and going home. They're not. They're scared. They're changing their requirements. I'm like, this is the best time for investment properties to be bought. Why are we running away from the opportunity?
It's a very weird deal.
Huh?
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
a very weird deal.
Yeah.
Just logically, your worst case is if the deal didn't work out, you had to take that property. You're still buying it at a much better rate than you could have
Exactly.
6 months ago.
Yes.
I mean, the one we're buying on Lake Granbury is the case in point right there. It's listed for $225. We got it under contract for $130. We originally offered $160 6 months ago, and they didn't take it.
Do you have an idea? Like, you might not, but just out of the 20 loans that you're predicting this month, the dollar amount total?
Oh Lord.
What the gross volume would be? You put $2 million on the streets. What are you putting?
You're asking a very difficult question. I'm not
That's what I
prepared
mean.
for
That
these
might
stats.
be like totally like not even.
Hey,
I'd say on average, I put about $2 million on the street every month. on
$2 million
average.
worth of loans out, and like what you keep saying, supposedly the worst market.
Yeah,
every single month.
every single month, at least $2 million every single month for for all of 2020. I've produced at least 20 loans. I dipped 2 months, which was a 13 and a 16, but every month has been either 20 or more.
Damn. Spoon, you want
Now the beginning of this year we were great. I mean, it was a total different environment than we are in now. But I mean, heck, we had a record month for November, up 56% from last November. So, I mean, that's pretty good.
So you've roughly done $240 million in loans the last 12 months.
200.
You said 20 a month?
Yeah.
Well,
$2 million a month.
2 million.
Oh, I thought you said 20.
No, 2.
Okay.
2. Well, I'll tell you this: we broke over 100 million out on the street in 2022. So
Yeah.
that's a big accomplishment.
put $100 million out. I put it on a shirt. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
I put on a shirt. We got $100 million to loan out
With a phone number.
with a phone number. Said, call me, bro. So, anyways, and now the $100 million's loaned out. So, guess what? Now we got $150 million a month loan out.
Yeah, we just going for that next objective.
So,
I mean, at the end of the day, you hit one goal, you can't stop there. You got to keep going. You got to keep striving for that next goal. And our next goal is to put $150 million out on the street by end of 2023.
If you're not growing, you're dying.
Yeah.
Spoon, you believe that?
I do.
How do you believe that?
You know what happens to pond
I
water?
believe he's going to get to 100. He'd get stagnant.
Yeah.
you don't-
You know what happens with stagnant water?
Everything in it dies.
Yes. So you can't
I
stay
mean,
stagnant.
Uses up the oxygen,
Yeah.
all that stuff from algae and everything.
That's
goes
why.
over.
That's why ponds. You got to have something in there to keep the water moving.
Spoon, you fart in the bathtub?
Sometimes I just like to feel it though, ripple up through your nuts. You know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about
Well,
putting
you-
some money on the street. We're talking about
You
stirring
brought
some
up
water.
farting in the bathtub.
We're talking about stirring water.
Yeah. Stirring water or stirring loans.
That's
At
it.
the end of the day, you got to stir loans because I'm not good at stirring water.
But I'm telling you right now, now's the time to buy. If you're out there and you're trying to buy, you need to hit up Jet Lending. You need to hit up Rob. Need to hit up Braxton. If you don't know how to get in touch with Rob or Braxton, hit up Spoon. If you don't know how to get in touch with Rob, Braxton, or Spoon, see if Sohill will drop his number on the link.
Nah, if you can't find Braxton on Facebook, hit me up on Messenger or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
We're
join us.
easy to find. I mean, Braxton's on social media. I'm on social media.
Corey will be at the 7-Eleven on Harry Hines for the next 3 hours.
He wants to have lunch with somebody.
Chili's.
Yes, Chili's.
I want to have Chili's. Just want some Chili's. It's been a long day. We hadn't ate. A little bit hungry.
Corey, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the real estate market's going to crash?
No, I don't. It's real estate is hyper local, and I think it's just going to get drilled down even more local. I think there's certain zip codes that are going to weather better than other zip codes, and I think that even it could even be street by street in certain areas.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. There's some people that bought houses in early January, like we were talking about earlier, that are in the middle of their rehab right now. Still, especially if it's a big one, they're going to lose their absolute ass.
Guy on our team joined our team, and he had I had no idea, but he had a couple of flips. Sold one of them. I think said he lost 10 grand on that one. If you talk to, I mean,
it's happening right now. They bought in a good market where they were buying it at, an inflated rate. Now the market is normalized and come back down, and you're having to get that vitamin E now because hey, rates are higher. So so when you go to refinance, you're not able to refinance and get that same payment that you were back in January or back in April or May.
Well,
and now these certain areas they're starting to find out on these refis they're screwed.
And what's vitamin E?
equity.
Equity.
So this guy had 2 flips. He lost 10 grand on one. Sold it a few months back. I believe that's right. He
That's
just
correct.
sold his second one. Lost 100 grand. 100 grand.
Oh, yeah.
Now, here's what he did bailing that water. And this is the crazy part. Maxed out every credit card, drew down every credit line.
Now his credit's screwed.
His credit's not screwed. He's fine on credit. He's got to come back up. The 100 grand it ain't like you have 100 grand liquid and you just go lose it. And then you're like, well, I don't have 100 grand liquid anymore. It was 100 grand liquid that now comes with whatever maxed out credit cards and credit lines are in monthly payments.
Oh yeah.
So it's a much more difficult 100 grand to lose, in my opinion. And when I got started in real estate, I was like, if I lose all my money, I'll lose all my money. It's a lot different than I've maxed out every credit line, and if I don't make enough revenue to pay off these credit lines, I don't have a choice but to default and lose my
File
credit
bankruptcy.
and file bankruptcy and just go through the biggest hell of my life. Now, that being said, there's a solution to that problem. You know what it is, Rob? Take more action.
Yes.
Do more
Up
deals.
front. Absolutely.
You can't change what happened. Now we've busted our ass this last quarter. I don't know how much we've made. Anyways, and just paid off debt with it. Just bust our ass. I mean, Spoon, you got paid $40,000, I think, in the last quarter.
That's right. In the last 4 months, I've gotten 2 paychecks.
Yeah. So
Braxton, question for Braxton.
not
What's
bad.
the only thing that you control in a real estate transaction? You, the investor.
Me
The only thing you control.
closing them, the price I buy it at.
What Corey said.
Closing.
I
I was going to say closing on it. I mean, you can close
What
on
you
it,
pay for the property is the absolutely only thing you control in a real estate transaction. Absolutely.
do you control the rate?
Nope. You control how much it's going to cost to rehab it?
Nope.
To a certain degree, kind of, but
within reason. But at the
within
end of the
reason.
day,
But you can't.
if I don't have a skill set, I definitely can't.
Can you
Exactly.
rent it for $100,000 a month?
Maybe.
No.
Most likely not.
No. The answer is no.
So, what can you do?
Control the price I buy it at.
That's right.
That's the only thing. Because guess what? Let's say you buy it in January of 2022, and now your rehab's complete, and you thought you had a 350 ARV in January. Do you think that 350 ARV is going to sell in December of 2022?
350 might.
Doubtful.
It might.
300, 320. It's going to take a hit.
It could take a hit, but it depends on the level of the rehab. You know, there's an interview with Jerry Jones on. He's interviewed by Joe Buck. I don't know where you find it, but Jerry Jones, in the middle of the last financial crisis, 2008 financial crisis, when the stock market crashed, when Lehman Brothers went out of business, you know where Jerry Jones was?
Buying out properties.
When he got the news that Lehman Brothers had crashed, he was standing in a 40-foot deep hole on Cowboy Stadium, where it is now,
Oh,
building the world's biggest fucking stadium.
interesting.
Now, do you know where Jerry Jones's net worth is tied up?
In Arkansas?
No.
Real estate. Real estate.
Well, he's going to have some real estate. He's going to have some oil and gas. He's got some of that in there. He's going to have some stock market. And he's going to have the value of the Cowboys being the biggest deal. But could you imagine being 40 feet deep in a hole, committed to spending $2 billion? $2 billion. I think it was like $1 billion at that time. $1 billion to build the new stadium, and then having most of your net worth disappear
Overnight?
just because markets turn. And not only that, the credit markets go to shit.
But you're also the owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
He is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, but I promise you, as insulated as he is, he's not sitting there. Liquidity wise, he probably was doing all right before that happened. But what happens whenever the markets turn?
Your liquid dries up.
Well, he's
quick.
got liquidity, but what does it mean? If Jet would loan him 70% of loan to value to build a Cowboy stadium before the market crashed, and then Lehman Brothers goes out of business, and Jet's like, well, we're still in, Jerry, but we're only going to do 40% of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got to come up with that difference.
He's got to come up with
quick.
that difference, and probably couldn't liquidate any of his portfolio anywhere else because there's no market to sell into. So there he is, stuck. So what did Jerry Jones do? Do you know? Have I ever told you this story? Mm-hmm. So Jerry Jones is 40 foot deep in the ground, and he's like, "Shit, this sucks." You know what I mean? This ain't good. He stops, redesigns the stadium. You know why he redesigned the stadium?
Cost effective.
Nope, he didn't go more cost effective. Everybody would have thought he went more cost effective.
He did the exact opposite.
He did the exact opposite.
so that he knew that he had a winner, and he could say,
He said-
I can do whatever I want with this thing because this is going to be Jerry's place.
He said, I'm going to redesign this stadium to where it can do anything on planet Earth. Any event you want to have, any size event, anything you want to do, you will be able to do at Cowboy Stadium. He redesigned the suites. He redesigned the TV screen. He redesigned the whole stadium, and the price went from $1 billion to $2 billion. Okay, he spent a whole extra $1 billion. Then he went and told people. He said, "Hey guys, I'm gonna pay this thing off in 3 years, and here's how I'm gonna pay it off: college football games, high school football games, rodeos, the biggest boxing matches, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera."
And he did it.
And he did it. But he redesigned the whole stadium because at the beginning, his think was too small. He just wanted to house Cowboy games in a better stadium. At the end, when he was fighting for his life, what did he want to do?
He wanted to
Monetize
he wanted to
everything he could.
monetize
I want to
everything.
monetize every single thing I can
And he personally
monetize.
give me money to
if
come
you
in
want to
here.
take a fart in Jerry's place, you're going to pay for
You're
it.
going to pay for it. Now, at this moment, it is in the middle of Dallas Cowboys season. It's in the middle of the season, true or false?
Right.
Yes.
We were there on Saturday or Sunday?
No, I think it was during the week.
It was during the
During
week.
the week, whatever it was. But they had a game. They
It was
had
a
a game.
Friday.
They had a game that Sunday. True or false? Go
Yes.
Look it up.
Yeah.
So we're there on a Friday at some small event that some guy's hosting. Probably cost them arm and a leg to rent Cowboy Stadium, but they had a game on Friday. You know what I learned that day? Any day you want to, any single day you want to walk into Cowboy Stadium and tour the place and just walk around it by yourself, really. You can have a guided tour. You can walk around it by yourself. You can walk up to it and pay money and walk through the door. They have a staff there, and there's 500 or 600 people a day
That just want to see Jerry's place.
that just walk around through the suites and down the field and anywhere else they want to go. What other fucking stadium does that?
Yeah, that's amazing.
You know, and what other stadium's worth doing that? You know what I mean? Paying $100 or whatever it costs just to walk through it.
We did the Ranger walk at that game, and you know they had 8,000 people working, and they just funneled you through this line and out as quick as possible. I can't imagine being able to just walk around and like explore the place. That'd be cool as shit.
Well, you were there. You got to walk around.
Yeah, no, I'm
Well, I don't know how roped off it is. I just know that whenever we were there, they had it on the loudspeaker. Cowboy Stadium's open 7 days a week. Come take a tour. Unless they have a game there. Unless there's an event going on, they are open for business. Now, Jerry did that. Redesigned that, made it Jerry's World. They named it after him. And then for a while, he didn't want to even let AT&T put their name on it. I mean, he negotiated a hell of a advertising deal. I mean, it was Cowboy Stadium for a long time before he took, I think it was $150 million up front and then so many million a year for them to name it AT&T Stadium. Amazing story, though, how to do it. Now, whenever he did that, this was the second time in his life he'd been dead-ass broke. The first time was after he bought the Dallas Cowboys. The second time was whenever he realized his net worth had disappeared. Now he's going to have to go another $1 billion in and get some other big players to come along with him. So he had to go sell.
He had to go recruit.
He had to go sell that he had the ability to pay that thing off in 3 years. When he did that, he said he was never going to go broke again. He was never going to tempt fate like that again. That's what he said. I prayed about it every night. I will never tempt fate like this again. And then he goes, spends $1 billion on a practice facility.
Hey, that's a nice practice facility.
Have y'all seen it though?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't know about it? It's great. It's a shopping mall with a 12,000 person stadium inside. That's our practice facility. Restaurants, bars, high-end shopping,
Yeah, it's
everything
nice.
right there. Everything right there.
It's not finished yet, is it?
I think they just keep adding a little bit to it every now and then. But it has a apartment living, the whole deal right there. And it's a home stadium for a high school football team, so it gets some weird tax break.
He's smart.
I mean, only Jerry Jones is like, you know what?
I'm going to figure this out.
If we can put 12,000 people in there at a practice, we can also host a high school football game and get a hell of a deal on the taxes.
Yeah.
Like,
There's nothing wrong with that.
so anyways, that's more of the story. Sometimes you just got to do more. Sometimes you got to, if you buy a rehab right now and you're trying to pinch pennies, they're probably going to pinch you back.
Yeah.
Don't cut corners.
The one thing that I've tried to tell everybody ever since this shift has happened, and I just had a conversation at lunch on our break. A client literally did this. They maxed out all their credit cards. This is like the third or fourth situation that this has happened, and their credit is still good because they're making those payments, and they just didn't slough off. But their credit took a hit. And I said, look, we talk about this up front. If you don't have the cash, you don't have the liquidity to keep you whole in this deal, you need to pass on it, or you need to find somebody that you can partner with to say, hey, look, I've got this deal. It's a killer deal. I don't want to go in the hole and credit and ruin my opportunity to refinance this. Let's partner. I'll give you a split on the back end, and then, or maybe, some equity in or stake into the property, and let's rent this thing and it'll cash flow. I mean, at the end of the day, find an opportunity. Don't let the opportunity find you in a hole that you can't get out of.
You got to go out there and fight. You got to go out there and bring a lot more people in. Braxton's bringing in his family. You've got, Spoon's mom's involved in some deals.
And I'm bringing in everybody I can because I believe in what we do.
Yeah, Shane.
What we do is not a shady business. It's not shady business practices or anything like that. I mean, real estate investing is the one place that I've not. There are some shady characters in this industry for sure.
Yeah, they're mostly on Instagram.
Yeah. Mention names?
No.
Anyways,
people will figure it out.
Yeah, there are some shady people in this industry. So, but real estate as a whole is not a shady industry. It's a very profitable, very, very profitable, very, I dare say, wholesome industry, because there's a lot of good people in here that will teach you how to make a lot of money and build generational wealth to where you can take care of yourself, your family, your kids, and you don't have to worry about, how am I going to make this 9-to-5 job work?
Generational wealth. Y'all are going to appreciate this. Spoony, you got 20 units in Hillsboro. What else is coming to Hillsboro?
Buc-ee's. They broke ground.
You mean Busey's?
Buc-ee's.
At where we thought they were, and I confirmed it with the highway patrol down there that stopped and talked to them.
Damn.
Through Chad. It's his son.
Oh.
So
Buc-ee's will change a whole area. If you put a Buc-ee's in the middle of nowhere, people are going to start building houses.
My mom has been waiting to get that job there. She's like, they got great insurance. I can't wait to work at Buc-ee's. She just wants to be their greeter. She's like, she's retired. What else,
All right, so Buc-ee's coming to Hillsboro. Spoony, you got 20 units there, 20-unit apartment complex. What deferred maintenance is left on that apartment complex?
I think we didn't get the ACs done, right?
The ACs are going in right now.
No. Then there won't be any deferred maintenance
What's
left.
it got on the outside?
Metal.
Is that those gray buildings? Mm-hmm. That I've seen you tour? Mm-hmm. Okay. Those are nice. Y'all did a good job rehabbing those.
Super nice.
I think the only thing that didn't get done was some carpet and like 4 units because they were renting quicker than we could do them.
Yeah, they rent fine.
Yeah.
So anyways, the thing pays $6,000 a month.
How many units is it?
20.
Yeah.
Cash flow wise, $6,000 a month. 6,000.
That's cash flow after all your expenses, debt service, everything.
$6,000 a month. Here you go. Every single month.
Pat on the back.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Ready to go. So poor Kitty. Hope you're watching, Kitty. Maybe. Anyways, Kitty's like, I got an investor. He wants to buy. He's got cash. He's got a place for the end of the year. Yada yada yada. He wants to buy Hillsboro. What do you think I told her when she said he wants to buy Hillsboro?
Nope.
Well,
No, I bet you said 2.4 mil.
no, I didn't. I didn't say anything.
So make
So
an
made
offer.
me offer.
I said, fucking put it in writing. She's like, well, he wants pictures. I'm like, I'm not trying to play Snapchat with your investor. You know what I mean? I'm not in the business of playing Snapchat. Like, if he's a serious guy and he wants to buy in this market, in this economy, and whatever it is, he can take the time and effort to go look at it, research it, do whatever he wants to do, and write an offer, and we'll take a look at the offer and see what we can't do. Because we got these motherfuckers all over the internet. Like, anybody can go find pictures of it. I don't have any motivation to sell. Why am I going to go play Snapchat with your investor? Now, I have a personal theory that he's just one of those guys that
Tire
goes,
kicker.
No, he's just a dude. What do you
He
think,
knows
Spoon?
I think he's a guy that's chatting up a pretty real estate agent.
Yeah, I'm a cash buyer. We should go to dinner and talk about it. That kind of stuff.
Oh, well, I mean,
We've all met those
like I
dudes.
told old Braxton earlier, he's trying to close a deal. It doesn't matter what deal he's trying to close. He's trying to close it. So at the end of the day, can you fault him for trying to make it?
But I ain't playing Snapchat with this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like I ain't.
His dinner plans are going past dinner.
Yeah. It's like, bro, if you are a serious buyer, submit a fucking offer, put it in writing, and if you need pictures or an inspection or whatever, we'll tell you who to hire to go do those due diligence for you. Braxton, how many deals do we buy a month?
10, 15 right now.
How many pictures do we get?
I don't think we ever ask for pictures. If we have pictures, it's because they offered them.
Yeah.
They just start sending them.
That we don't never sit around and say, hey, get us some pictures or whatever. We look at Google Earth. We make an educated guess on dollars per square foot based on what the outside looks like. We make our offer. After we make our offer and have an acceptance of price, if it's not rented out, if it's vacant or they're living there, then we'll go look at the inside. If it's rented out, we look at rent rolls and we roll with it and don't disturb the tenants. We don't never really want the tenants to know that the property changed hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That makes them nervous. That makes them excited. Like, hey, what's going to happen? I want to meet the new landlord. What's going to, at the end of the day, you want to keep things as calm as possible. That way it's a smooth transition. They're not trying to jump ship and go find a new place to live.
Mm-hmm. And depending on what it looks like, we put a $40, $45 a square foot rehab, worst case scenario numbers, and stretch it and see, will it still work? If we end up having to do $45 a square foot, how much can you do for $45 a square foot?
A lot.
I mean, you can Taj Mahal some stuff for $45.
That's nice flooring. It's good paint.
So we just kind of stretch it, and it was like,
is there bad paint?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
there's bad paint.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, we don't play Snapchat with people. So when people are like, send pictures, I'm like, man, you got to find me something I'm motivated to sell before I send a picture of it. Like, I ain't trying to play Snapchat. I'm trying to, if you really want to make an offer, you got us. Shoot your shot. If you want to know what the rental income is and all that, we'll send you over the rental income, trailing 12, but we're not going to play Snapchat with you. Like, what could I ever take a picture of at a fucking 20-unit apartment complex that's going to make or break a deal?
Nothing. Look, here's the stats.
All that matters is numbers anyways.
Yeah, here's the numbers.
You're going to buy 20 units without driving over to look at them? You know what I mean? Well, here's a picture of the outside. You see the fat girl filters they put on Instagram.
Look, I used that filter one time, and I just wanted to know what I look like that.
But you see it. I mean, have you seen it, Braxton? Mm-hmm. You know what filter I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's very deceiving.
You're like, this is
my catfish filter.
Really hot, skinny girl. Wow, that's not what I expected.
You know what? This is funny you say this because what was it? Day before Thanksgiving, my neighbor's brother came over to the house, and he had a date, and we saw the pictures and everything. We're like, oh yeah, tell her to come over. Blah 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 blah. She got there, walked through the door. Everybody's mouth went like, okay, what happened?
What's this camera angle up here?
Oh yeah, no. It's more like camera angle way up here.
Is that how they do it?
Oh yeah, them angles they'll get you every time, buddy. You gotta be careful on them angles.
You don't want to take pictures here.
Yeah.
You been getting got?
No. Look,
you can't catfish a dude that wants to be caught. Like that's just.
He's just like, I accept. I accept.
Yeah.
I accept.
Corey's not using bait. He's using a net, and he's just hoping for something in
That's
there.
right. I don't have a type. You know what I do? Alive.
Hold on. It's beaten.
All right.
Even if he can't do that, if he can get a mirror up there and catch that fog.
She's still warm.
Well, guys, Rob, Jet Lending, where can they find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or you can call me at 903-806-4400. We got you covered for all your hard money, asset-based, and 30-year DSCR loans. We got you covered. Let us know.
Hit him up, Braxton.
And good old Braxton here as well.
Spoony. We're going to call it a day. This has been a long day. Sohail, I want to thank you personally. This has been a hell of a day.
Yes.
This has been a long day.
Of course.
We thank you for helping us do this. And if y'all need social media, hit up Harper Belmont. Go to harperbelmont.com. Or what is it? Start a podcast? Film a podcast?
Yep.
Filmapodcast.com.
Filmapodcast.com.
What a great website. So anyways, we'll holler at y'all. If you enjoyed this video, please, for the love of God, let us know in the comment section. Also, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so you know every time a new one drops.